Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory series on FIFA 16. Today is episode 15, I do believe, and we are trying to advance further in divisions. Today we are, again, like I said, going into divisions, and our first opponent we do come up against has almost a full Argentinian team with three at the back. It was kind of like a mix between Argentinian players and then the Portuguese league. It was an alright team. Tevez up front. Tevez didn't really do anything for this guy at all for the entire time, and that was mainly because he forced it to, I believe, Tarat, and basically kept it with him. Walked around the pitch doing skill moves and didn't really care about the game. Not too long into the game, we do make it 1-0. Nice goal from Conor Pianka, and like I said, very easy to pick him apart because he wasn't really playing the game to win or playing the game to actually play football. He was just there to do skill moves. That's what it felt like anyway, and that was the last kick of the first half. And you do see by the half-time stats we are controlling the game. See, he has one shot of the entire match and it's not even on target. We are in control of possession and chances being created. And the game ended as 1-0, which shows how boring he was to play against. So it does put us on, I think, 9 points in the division. And by the end match stats there, you can see that we did control the game, apart from possession. But to be honest, I don't really mind about possession. I don't really bother worrying about possession in matches. I just try and get the goals, that's all. And try to win the matches. The next game we do go into is with our Premier League team, seeing as we just used our Spanish team and they are low on fitness. And I do have a couple of things I want to talk about while the gameplay is going on in this second match, regarding our coins and new series, etc. But our second opponent we do come up against does have an incredible team with Boateng, Hummels, Ibra, Lacazette, and Inform Farman, and Di Maria, and you can see all the other players. Don't need to read them out for you, but it was a very, very solid team. I was expecting this game to be very difficult, and in fact it was actually quite a good game. It was a very enjoyable game to play, to be honest, apart from when we got very, very unlucky at one point, which you will see. But we do make it 1-0 with a lovely cross in from Ericsson, a lovely header from Fellaini. You do see here, it was a really strong header that hit the crossbar there. Luckily it fell back to Fellaini, who did manage to put it in. Not too long later, my opponent does then get a corner. He dribbles into the box, takes a shot. Our keeper does save it. We try and clear it. Terrible clearance from our defender. He does pick up the ball, and I don't know why Hummels is still up there. I would expect him to run back into defence at this point, but he is still up there, and he does manage to dribble through my players and score, making it 1-1. And from this point onwards, our team kind of fell apart, and you see here he breaks through very easily. I don't know how Ibra has so much pace apparently, but you know, apparently he did have an obscene amount of pace at that time, and he did manage to make it 2-1 just before half time. But very shortly after kickoff we do get a corner. We whip it to the edge of the box. Quite a poor cross over there. We do then luckily get a penalty. This is all before half time, just after him scoring his second goal. So we do pick up the penalty. We of course do score the penalty, making it 2-2. Lovely finish from Lukaku, making the keeper dive the wrong way as well, expecting me to basically go across my body, but I usually open up my body when I'm using when I'm doing penalties, because they don't really expect it unless of course they're good at saving penalties. And you do see by the half-time stats there we are in control of the game in terms of chances, but when it comes to possession it was a very, very even game. But instantly from kickoff he puts about 4 passes together, breaks through with Schürrle, and he takes a shot on at near post and scores, making it 3-2. And this is what I mean by my team fell apart, but I managed to basically pick it back up, and not too long later we do pick up a free kick in our own half, pass it up the field, lovely bit of work play. He does intercept it, but then gets a bit, because he's winning, he got a bit cocky during the game, and we do manage to steal it off him with a failed back heel there. and put a lovely through ball from Lukaku into the Turbe's path, and Turbe finishes that on his right foot into the near post, making it 3-3, meaning we have, I think it was about 20 minutes to get a goal, and it didn't take us long to get that goal, and in fact it came from a throw-in, another set piece pretty much, a bit of passing, through ball from Eriksen to Lukaku. My opponent does intercept it, but unfortunately his player just didn't really apparently recognise he got the ball, so we did pick up the ball again with Lukaku, passed it back out to Montero, passed it through, and Lukaku finishes that at near post, making it 4-3, and that is how the game finished. And it was a very, like I said, very good game. I enjoyed playing that game, so it felt good to come out of it with a win. But if I did lose or draw, I wouldn't have minded it. But I did kind of aim to beat him because obviously he had a much better team, and we seem to be beating very good teams in this series, which I'm kind of glad with. And it probably is because we're in the lower divisions, and you can see by the end match stats there that we were in control of the game. And again, possession obviously was a bit lackluster, but again, don't really mind about possession. And we do go into a third game of the episode, and is with our, I believe, Spanish team. It might have been with our English team, our Premier League team again, but yeah, it was with our Spanish League team, obviously, because we just used our Premier League team, so they were low on fitness. He does have a fully Dortmund kit badge name, so I'm assuming he supports Dortmund. I was expecting this team to be all Dortmund, and it basically was, apart from Schürrle, Götze, Müller and Bellarabi. Obviously Götze is an ex-Dortmund player. Now, his first goal was really annoying to concede because it's Piszczek, and I don't know why on earth Piszczek is up in that striker position over on the left hand side as well, when he's a right back. So he's basically come up the entire pitch from kickoff and scored. I don't know why, because my right back doesn't do that at the start of games. They don't randomly appear up at the start of the match right at the start, but that is how it is. So we do concede early on, but not too long later we do manage to pull it back to 1-1. Lovely work move into the box, fake shot turn from Rodrigo, hits the crossbar unfortunately, but Conor Planket is there to jump into the air and headed the ball home, making it 1-1. And my opponent then disconnected from the game, which you will see here. He did just disconnect, meaning that game literally meant absolutely nothing for us because it is a draw, and when it's a disconnect like that and it's not like a quit, the game basically counts as nothing. So I do go back into a game, another game, so you guys do have more, basically a third game to watch in this episode. And we do go in again with our Spanish team because obviously their fitness didn't run down. But our next opponent we come up against does have a very nice team, basically an upgraded version of our team with Godin, PK, Alves. Griezmann mainly was the player that I was worried about, but he wasn't a very good player. And while the gameplay's going on, I just want to talk about a few things. Like I said at the start of the video, now our coin count at the moment is closing in on 15,000 coins again. I don't know whether to hold on to them, like just hold on to them, or hold on to them and buy players, or enter another online draft, because I think that you guys enjoy the draft gameplay, I enjoy playing it, you guys enjoy watching it, then we get to see some packs, and it also gives us an opportunity to get something to boost us in this series. Now I want you guys to let me know if you have any ideas what I should do. And the other thing I want to talk about was, I think I said quite a few episodes ago, I've got a few ideas for the new series, and I'm thinking of bringing out a series either later on this week or in the upcoming weeks, because I don't want this series to be like dried out in terms of too many episodes just one after the other, because I know that it can get boring for you guys, but it can also get boring for me to play. So I think I'm going to start up this new series very shortly, and I think you guys will enjoy it because it's a player-based series, and it basically would be a good series. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are as well. So we are leading 2-0 in this game, so back to the gameplay. So we are losing 2-0 in this game, winning 2-0 in the game, sorry. Winning 2-0 in the game, two lovely goals. Our third goal basically came straight after our second. I did square the ball across to Rodrigo, but I did make it a fancy finish to make it a bit better. I don't really enjoy scoring sweaty goals like I've said before in the past, but I did it because it was there, and I didn't think Faguli was actually going to be able to score from that position. He probably would have if I decided to take the shot, but I didn't. So we do make it 3-0, and I've just left this clip in here to show you guys how unlucky my opponent was, because he hit the crossbar and then my keeper made an amazing save, and he was putting on pressure near the end, but unfortunately he couldn't get a goal back for himself to make it 3-1. So the game did end at 3-0, meaning we are on, I think, 12 points in the division now, or 15, I'm not sure. You will see in a minute. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you are enjoying the series and this episode, hit the like button. And if you're not, tell me why in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do want some cheap MSP or PSN codes, check out the link in the description below to stock up ready for team season, which I believe is coming out on the next Wednesday. This Wednesday, sorry. So I may be wrong, but I may be right. So, you know, just check that out, and I'll see you next episode. Goodbye.
There's a fire that I won't slay. There's a fire but no fire brigade. Help our souls tonight. We are losing this fight. Oh, help our souls tonight. There's no one on our side who's gonna help our souls tonight.